Hey everyone, welcome to a deep dive into something truly mind-blowing. We're going to be exploring the law of one's perspective on love,
Okay.
but we're not talking about like the kind of love you see in the movies you know.
Right, right.
This is about love as a cosmic force, the energy that created the universe.
Yeah, that's right. The Law of One, this incredible body of information, presents love as like the second distortion of the Law of One. It's the driving force behind creation itself.
Wow, so this isn't just like, about feeling good or something. We're talking about love as this fundamental principle of reality.
Exactly. The Law of One suggests that love is like the underlying principle of unity. It's what binds everything together. It's kind of like the source of the interconnectedness we see in the cosmos, the drive towards harmony and wholeness.
Hmm. That's pretty amazing. It kind of makes me think about like, when you look up at a night sky full of stars, you get that feeling of awe or like the deep connection you feel with someone you love. Could those be examples of this primal love in action?
Absolutely. Those moments of profound connection, that feeling of being part of something bigger than yourself, those can be seen as like direct experiences of this unifying force of love. And what's fascinating is that, the Law of One describes this love in terms of vibrational energy.
Okay, let's talk about vibrations. I know this is key in the law of one, but like, how does it actually work?
Well, the Law of One suggests that everything, including love, exists as vibrational energy. Higher vibrations, are associated with like unity, harmony, compassion,
Hmm.
and then lower vibrations are kind of associated with things like separation, fear, and negativity.
Okay, so when we talk about raising our vibration, we're talking about cultivating, those more positive qualities that bring us closer to that sense of unity and love.
Precisely. It's about shifting our inner state to align with the higher frequencies of love and compassion. And the Law of One emphasizes that this isn't just some feel-good concept. It actually has real implications for our spiritual growth and even our ability to heal.
Oh, that's so interesting. The law of one actually talks about the power of love to heal, not just like, emotionally, but even physically. How does that work?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, the Law of One views healing as a process of restoring harmony and balance to the mind, body, and spirit.
right.
Because love is the ultimate unifying force, it has the potential to actually heal distortions and bring us back into alignment with our true nature.
So it's like love acts as some kind of energetic medicine, helping us to like realign and restore wholeness.
Mhm.
Does the law of one get into specifics about how this healing power of love actually works?
It does. The Law of One describes green ray energy associated with the heart chakra as being a really powerful conduit for healing. It suggests that when we activate, this energy center, we tap into a very potent source of love and healing energy that can be directed towards ourselves and others.
Wow, that's fascinating. So we're not just talking about love as like this abstract idea,
Yeah.
but as like a real tangible energy that can be cultivated and channeled for healing. And speaking of channeling energy, the law of one also gets into the concept of high sexual magic. How does that fit into this discussion of healing and love?
Oh, that's a great question. High sexual magic, as described in the Law of One, is about understanding the transformative power of sexual energy.
Hmm.
It suggests that this energy, when channeled through love and shared between two beings dedicated to service, can actually accelerate healing and spiritual growth.
So it's not about, like the typical portrayal of magic or anything like that. It's more about harnessing this energy and using it for positive transformation.
Exactly. It's about recognizing the sacredness of this energy and understanding its potential beyond just the physical realm.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
But even without, exploring those more, I guess, esoteric practices, we've all kind of experienced the healing power of love in our own
Abs-
lives, right?
Absolutely.
Like, think about a time when you felt deeply connected to someone
Yeah.
or when you experienced the joy of giving or receiving an act of kindness. Those moments, those are expressions of this universal principle of love. And what's amazing is that, according to the law of one, we can actually tap into this power more consciously, more deliberately.
That's right. And that's where things start to get really exciting. The Law of One offers us practical guidance on how we can cultivate this love, raise our vibration and become more aligned with the creative flow of the universe. It's about taking these cosmic principles and integrating them into our everyday lives. So, how can we actually like put these teachings into practice? How can we like step into this flow? The law of one suggests that one of the most powerful ways to cultivate love is through understanding and embodying this principle of polarity.
Now, when we talk about polarity, we're not talking about like magnets or batteries, are we? What does this concept mean in the context of love and the law of one?
Yeah, no, you're right. It's a different kind of polarity. The law of one, it describes these two like fundamental polarities. There's service to self and service to others, and it suggests that these polarities, they aren't about like good versus bad or right versus wrong. They're more like two expressions of this primal creative force, each playing a crucial role in the evolution of consciousness.
So it's like two sides of the same coin, both necessary for the whole to exist.
Mm-hmm.
But like, how does this concept of polarity relate to love, which we've been discussing as this unifying force?
That's a great question, and this is where it gets really interesting. The law of one, it suggests that this concept of unity, it doesn't negate the existence of individual choice or the potential for like diverse paths.
Okay.
In fact, it's through this dance of polarities, through our choices and experiences that we contribute to the creator's understanding of itself.
Okay, I think I'm starting to get it. So even though we have these two seemingly like opposing polarities, we're all ultimately part of this grand unified creation, and like our individual choices, they actually contribute to the evolution of the whole.
Exactly. The law of one emphasizes that every choice we make, every action we take, it influences our vibrational state and kind of nudges us towards one polarity or the other. It's not about judging ourselves as good or bad, but about becoming aware of like the motivations behind our actions.
So if we're constantly striving to act from a place of love and compassion and service to others, we're naturally aligning ourselves with that service to others polarity.
Precisely. And it's important to remember that, this is a journey. It's not a destination.
Right.
We're all works in progress, constantly learning and making choices that influence our path. And this is where this concept of forgiveness, it becomes really important.
Forgiveness. How does that fit into this discussion of polarity and spiritual growth?
The law of one suggests that holding on to anger, resentment, or guilt, it keeps us trapped in those lower vibrational states. Forgiveness, both of ourselves and others, it allows us to release those heavy energies and create space for healing and growth.
Yeah.
It's not about condoning harmful actions, but about recognizing that, everyone is on their own journey of learning and evolution.
That makes a lot of sense. So by practicing forgiveness, we're essentially choosing to align ourselves with a higher vibration, allowing us to move forward with greater compassion and understanding.
Exactly. And this brings us to another fascinating concept from the law of one, the idea of wanderers.
Wanderers. I've heard that term before, but I'm not quite sure I understand it. Who are these wanderers, and what's their connection to the law of one?
Well, the law of one, it describes wanderers as souls who have incarnated on Earth from like higher densities to help raise the planet's vibration and assist humanity in its evolution. They often feel this deep sense of longing, a feeling of not quite belonging, almost like they're homesick for a place they can't remember.
So it's like they have this innate knowing that there's something more, this higher purpose they're here to fulfill, but the details are kind of shrouded in this veil of forgetfulness.
That's a beautiful way to put it. And that sense of longing, that feeling of being different, it can actually be like a catalyst for spiritual awakening. It can push them to seek answers, to explore spiritual teachings, and ultimately to remember their true purpose.
That's amazing. For our listeners who resonate with this idea of being a wanderer, what are some practical steps they can take to tap into that forgotten knowledge and like activate their higher purpose?
The law of one, it suggests practices like meditation, connecting with nature, and seeking knowledge. These can help to pierce the veil of forgetfulness and awaken those dormant memories. It's a process of inner exploration and self-discovery. It's also about trusting that inner nudge, that sense of knowing that guides you towards your soul's true calling.
Those are really like practical and accessible tools. It's a reminder that, connecting with our higher purpose isn't about some, grand mystical process, but about, cultivating simple everyday practices that bring us closer to our true selves. But, what about those who don't resonate with this idea of being a wanderer? Does the law of one offer any guidance for them?
Absolutely. The law of one's message is universal, whether we've incarnated from higher densities or have been evolving on this planet since since its inception. We're all part of this interconnected web of creation. The core message is the same: to choose love, to seek unity, and to contribute to the evolution of consciousness.
That's such a beautiful message. It's a reminder that regardless of our, origins or individual paths, we all share this common purpose to grow, evolve, and contribute to the greater good.
Right.
And the Law of One offers us a framework, a set of tools to help us navigate this journey with greater awareness and intention. One of those tools, which we touched on earlier, is working with our energy centers or chakras.
Yes, the chakras. These are swirling vortices of energy that correspond to different aspects of our being, physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual. They act as these filters, drawing in universal energy and distributing it throughout our system. When these energy centers are balanced and flowing freely, we experience a sense of harmony and well-being.
So they're like energetic control panels regulating the flow of energy that keeps us functioning on all these different levels.
That's a great analogy. And when these energy centers are blocked or out of balance, it can manifest as physical ailments, emotional imbalances, or even a sense of spiritual disconnect.
That makes a lot of sense. So if we're feeling like, stuck or out of sorts, working with our chakras can be a powerful way to get back on track. Does the Law of One give us any like specific guidance on how to do that?
It does. The law of one, it suggests that practices like meditation and visualization can be used to clear blockages and harmonize the chakras. It even mentions that certain sound vibration complexes can be used for this purpose.
Sound healing. That's something I've been curious about. It's fascinating to think that sound can actually have an impact on our energy centers.
It is. The law of one emphasizes that everything is vibration, and sound is simply another form of vibrational energy that can be used uh, to influence our energetic state.
So it's about being mindful of the vibrations we're, surrounding ourselves with and choosing those that support our well-being and spiritual growth. Earlier, we touched on the concept of high sexual magic.
Yeah.
How did that fit into this idea of working with our energy centers?
That's a great segue. In the law of one, high sexual magic is described as a way of consciously channeling sexual energy to activate and balance the chakras. It's about, understanding the transformative power of this energy and using it intentionally for healing and spiritual evolution.
So it's about like, moving beyond the purely physical expression of this energy and recognizing its potential to facilitate like deep healing and transformation.
Exactly. The law of one emphasizes that sexual energy is one of the most powerful forces within us, and when it's channeled through love and intention, it can really accelerate our spiritual growth. But it's important to approach this practice with reverence and understanding and a commitment to service.
That makes sense. It's not something to be taken lightly. And even if we're not, engaging in these specific practices,
Yeah.
the Law of One offers a wealth of insights into how we can, work with our energy, cultivate love, and align with our higher purpose.
That's right. The law of one, it reminds us that we are powerful beings. We're co-creators with the universe. And by, understanding these principles, by consciously choosing love and service, we can unlock our full potential and become beacons of light in the world.
This has been such an enlightening conversation. I feel like we've only, scratched the surface of what the Law of One has to offer, but even this glimpse has been profoundly impactful.
It really has. And as we go deeper into the law of one, we come across these concepts that really challenge our typical understanding of reality. Like one of those is the tesseract.
Okay, Tesseract. I got to admit that one's kind of got me stumped. Sounds like something from a sci-fi movie.
Yeah.
What is a Tesseract and what does it have to do with the Law of One?
Well, simply put, a tesseract is basically like a four-dimensional cube. It's this geometric shape, that represents this level of reality that's beyond our three-dimensional perception.
Okay, a four-dimensional cube. I'm trying to visualize that, but it's kind of hard. What's the significance of this in the context of the Law of One?
The tesseract, it symbolizes this idea that there are, levels of reality that are just beyond our current comprehension. The law of one, it suggests there are these dimensions of existence that we can access through expanded consciousness and spiritual evolution. It's this reminder that we're, multidimensional beings capable of experiencing reality in ways that we don't even fully understand yet.
So it's like a glimpse into the vastness of creation, like an invitation to explore these infinite possibilities that exist in the universe.
Exactly. It's an invitation to expand our awareness, to push the boundaries of our understanding and embrace the mystery and the wonder of the cosmos.
It's it's pretty mind-blowing to think that
Yeah.
we might only be, scratching the surface of what's possible. This deep dive has been an incredible journey. We've explored love as this fundamental force of creation, the concept of vibrational energy, the importance of the chakras, and even
Yeah.
and even touched on the idea of higher dimensions.
Yeah, the law of one, it offers us this vast and complex cosmology, and we've honestly just begun to kind of unravel its mysteries.
Mhm.
But even with this, brief exploration, we've gained some really valuable insights.
Absolutely. We've been reminded of, our interconnectedness, the power of love and forgiveness, the importance of aligning with our soul's true purpose. And the law of one, it doesn't just, offer these insights. It provides practical tools and guidance for how we can actually apply them in our everyday lives.
Mm.
That's what makes it so powerful. It's not just some philosophy or a set of beliefs. It's like this roadmap for spiritual evolution, a guide for living a more conscious, a more compassionate and fulfilling life.
As we wrap up this deep dive, I encourage you, our listeners, to keep exploring these concepts. Dive into the Law of One text, meditate on its teachings, and see how you can integrate this wisdom into your daily life.
Yeah, remember the journey of spiritual evolution is an ongoing process. It's self-discovery, and the law of one, it offers this really profound framework for understanding the nature of reality and our place in it.
It's been an absolute pleasure exploring these concepts with you all today. Keep seeking, keep questioning, and keep radiating that beautiful love that resides within each of you.
Yeah, and remember, you're not alone on this journey. We're all connected, all part of this grand tapestry of creation. By choosing love, by embracing unity, we create a more harmonious and enlightened world for everyone.